Okay, guys, Cannabis family, we're back and we're rolling, and I got my guest today, Miss Royal Tokes. What? Uh, we was having this whole conversation because I keep calling her Royal, but it's actually
Royale.
Royale.
Yep.
Royale. Is
Royale.
Royale a color?
I mean,
Oh no, no, no. You know what I'm thinking of?
Poke Fiction.
Yeah.
I always used to get that hamburger with cheese. Yeah.
Royale with cheese.
Royale with
Okay.
cheese.
Okay. All right. Royale. All right. I'm here with Miss Royale today, the owner of.
Royal Tokes.
All right. Okay. For sure. And how you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Thank you for coming. All right. So first we want to get into what is that you're here for, and this is your clothing line.
Correct.
Uh-huh. And you don't just do clothing, you do many things. So let's get it. Let's kind of dive into the hats and stuff, and what you got going on with the clothing line.
Okay. So I started Royal Tokes back in 2019, June to be exact. I was sitting in my bedroom at my mom's house. I was just recently moved back home, so just trying to find myself again. And was in the room smoking me a blunt, and it just came to me. I mean, literally, like I'm smoking, feet up, and it came to me like you can make money
Ta-da.
doing what you love to do, which is smoking weed. And I'm like, okay, what else then? What else can I do then? Like, to make money. And it was just like hats. Everybody love a good hat. This is one of my hats here. I started off with the dad hats. And that's like the polo style with the brass buckle on the back and the praying hands with the blunt. That's how people know this hat. This is the original hat. People know about the praying hands and the blunt. Then I kind of went over to doing King Weedy. I have another one of those hats over to the side, but that was my second guy. And I pretty much did this because I wanted smokers to have something to look good in while they're smoking. Right. So if you're having a bad hair day or just because you want to look good today, you got something to throw on and regarding to like, hey, like I'm a smoker, I'm a stoner, and this is me. Like this is my style. So I just wanted to kind of give our stoners the ability to just showcase their personality in clothing, but it being a stoner style of smoking,
Okay. How long have you been doing it?
Since 2019.
Since 2019?
Yeah.
So for about four, 5
years now. Yeah.
And what was some of I hear that the love for, but where did your love for cannabis come from?
I think it came in when it was introduced to me by my best friend's sister.
Okay.
I was 14
when
I first started smoking weed. It was actually my best friend's sister and my cousin who my first blunt was with. And it was some Reggie. Like, when I tell you, it was some Reggie. But 14, and I love the way it made me feel. And I know everybody has their own experience with cannabis.
Absolutely.
So some people trip hard, some people goofy, silly.
But that also goes back into like you just said, it was Reggie. Your first experience was Reggie. My first experience was mid, but it hit me super hard. How did the Reggie hit you?
Oh man, it hit me like a ton of bricks.
Oh, really?
It hit me hard. I'm yellow, so I'm red. So when I could not hide it.
Yeah.
Face, eyes red, cheeks red. I mean,
gone.
I was gone. Like you looked at me, it was just like, she's high.
Okay. Right.
But as I grew into the weed industry, just being a smoker, I did not learn how to roll my first blunt until I went to college.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And when I was in college, had one of the Kappas that I was cool with show me how to roll. He told me, like, you ain't finna be one of them girls that want to smoke everybody weed, or you got your own weed and don't know how to roll it. So he sat me down with like all this weed and was just like, you can fuck up as many blunts as you want to, but you gonna learn how to roll today.
Yeah.
So from 14 to 18, like that 4 years, man, I went from like a little engine that could to like, whew, like a full steam train. Like I
Damn.
was smoking with smoker.
Yeah, I mean, well, you was in college, so that was the time your lungs was really being tested at that
Oh,
point.
definitely.
So let me ask you, when as far as okay, also, so after college is when you decided to start the brand,
No, not
or
necessarily.
was that in college?
No, so I went to college in 2011. So that kind of lets you know.
Okay, the time frame. Yeah.
So 2011 to maybe like 2012, 2013, I came home from the college I was at because I was partying too much, you know, smoking, drinking, just.
What college was this?
This was Fort Valley.
Okay.
State University.
They lit.
Oh, they
okay.
lit like that.
So you had to come back home.
I had to come back home because the girl just didn't know how to do right. So I came back home and I kind of was still smoking, but I didn't think about making hats until my god brother introduced me into his clothing brand. His clothing brand has nothing to do with smoking, but it's just Sick Society. And I love his brand. So I was like, you know what? I can come up with my own brand, you know, to showcase what I love. And that's like, I love weed, so let's make money off of weed. And I got hats, got some patches, and I was in between. Didn't know if I wanted to do like embroidering, like actually having someone make the stuff myself, or making it more personal where I'm actually making these hats myself. So I go out and I outsource my patches and I bring them back. Everything is handmade in my office. You know, all my hats from when I first started, I had a little iron. I'm ironing on my patches to me actually getting the hat pressed to now where I'm making some moves.
So let me ask you, I know you said the love come from actually the love of the plant. So it's kind of like, what can I do to kind of, you know, what can I do to kind of make money off of something that I love? But I hear you say like, okay, well, you know, I seen my people and that kind of spark interest. So that was where it kind of sparked seeing your people do it like, oh, no, I could do this.
Yeah,
and
that was 2019.
Boom. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I'm starting to get the bigger picture.
You starting to see the little lines are connecting. This little crazy spider web that I have in my brain, it has this focal point, and it all makes sense. Like my craziness, it makes sense. So just seeing how he just was pushing, I was like, I could do that too. So that's when I started doing pop-up shops. Shout out to Art and Spark. That was my very first pop-up shop I ever did. That's like the smoking paint. And
Art and Spark. Hey,
y'all check out Art and Spark.
Go ahead. Yeah, Art and Spark is
definitely check them out.
A thing that they do here down in Pluto.
Yes,
you know,
definitely.
You know, and Art and Spark has been going for some years, and definitely a nice vibe where you can go paint and spark. So if you haven't visited them, because I talked to them about actually going down there podcasting. Yeah, I know we talked about it, but it's so hard to make things happen sometimes. So, but yeah, Art and Spark, that's dope.
Yeah, so that's how we stay connected somehow, you and I. But that was my very first pop-up shop, and I was nervous, having a few hats out, few shirts. But other than that, the love for weed is what fuels my brand, because I just want to make sure my stoners look good while they're smoking. Okay. Like that's my main thing. Like you can be in the club and I guarantee you somebody gonna spot that hat out and be like, oh snap.
Right. You just hit on some key things though. When you're grinding and when you out here, sometimes you gotta put yourself outside. And I heard you say you went to the Art and Spark. Are there any other venues that you went to and or parties or things that you was attending to kind of get off your clothing brands that was kind of like, because I know a couple on it's kind of like, okay, yeah, you got to be outside. So was there any other things that you hit outside of Art and Spark and stuff like that?
Where I was doing pop-up shops for other people, so it was like a community style pop-up shop. So I had friends, they were like, oh Roya, you got a dope brand, like I know you'll do really good here. So it was just more so like word of mouth and people actually loving my brand and saying, hey, I want you here. And so it's not necessarily me going out looking for pop-up shops. I typically get asked to come to pop-up shops because my stuff is just that dope and people want to see the product out and about.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move into the product, the merchandising and stuff like that.
Okay.
You focus on hats, and what are some of the reasons? Because I know you had tried that you was like moving into doing other things, but your main thing is hats. Why? And just kind of run that down to us.
So yeah, like I said, the hats was the first thing I put out for my brand. So it was something in my mind that was quick, that was a fast turnaround as far as like ordering the hats and ordering the patches. That was those two orders in a one time frame will come back in a week. So me turning around hats will be way faster than me turning around actual apparel.
Okay.
Like jogging suits, the shirts, and things of that nature. And I've been asked that, and I don't mind putting it out there if it's something that, because the people want.
Obviously, because you got on the dress.
I have on the dress. This is something that I wore to my first pop-up shop. So, my first interview, might as well put on my good look chart. So yeah, it's things that I don't want to overwhelm the people with just bullshit. And that's the only way I can put it. When I say that, it's like I know what my stoners look for. I know what my stoners want. So most of my stoners are where? Outside. They're inside most of the time. So, okay, you need a hat on your head. You don't need to be out here, 20-degree weather. If you up in the North Mountains somewhere, freezing your butt off trying to smoke a blunt, here, put this nice beanie on real quick with the leather strap that says Royal Tokes that's engraved in it, or if you on a sunny beach, the details, it's that's what I'm about, the details. Even if you're in sunny California, you need to throw on a bucket hat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just so that you can make sure that you ain't getting beat up by the sun.
Right.
So putting the hats out, I just feel like you always need a hat. You got a hat on right now.
Yeah, for sure.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, for
you
sure.
always need a hat.
Always.
And hats go with, you could dress them up, you could dress them down.
They kind of set the mood for the outfit.
It does.
It sometimes depend. You don't always need a hat, but for sure they will set the mood for the outfit.
It definitely will, especially if you're trying to be that, like, who is that? Like that person, like, oh snap, who is that? Like you check somebody out from their head to their toe.
Yeah. Oh, make sure you got your mic in front of you. All right. So, where are you originally from?
I'm originally from the east side of Atlanta, Gresham Road.
Gresham Road?
Zone 6.
Oh,
all day.
Shout out to Zone 6.
Shout out to Zone 6.
Yes, sir. I know all about that. Who are some of the people that kind of influence you to kind of keep going or to do what it is that you do? Do you have any influence?
I do. My biggest influence is to get my hats into Rihanna's hands.
Oh.
Or Rihanna for female.
Yeah.
Because that's, I love
Man crush. That's my crush.
Robin.
Yeah. Her name is Robin?
Her real name is Robin. That's how much I love Rihanna.
Yeah.
That's how much I love
You
her.
just taught me something.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love her so much. And then for males, I have my top 3. Of course, Wiz Khalifa. I just got to get Wiz in one of my hats.
Yeah.
Like, Wiz, just here you go. Happy birthday. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Happy New Year. Here.
Tell
Wiz. Hey. We'll talk. But Wiz Khalifa, I want Uncle Snoop. I got to have Uncle Snoop.
Gotta have Snoop.
I just feel like he would appreciate it. He would, okay, it's the Black woman. She's into cannabis as well. And it's like, yeah, I need you, Uncle Snoop, in this. And then
The ultimate head
the
nod.
ultimate, I need Seth Rogen.
Oh.
I gotta have Seth. I gotta have Seth Rogen in one of my hats as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta have
I
him.
like Seth because this dude is all the way in the corner, bro.
And he minds his
Over there
business.
fucking making fucking what is he?
So he,
Ashtrays.
man, my boyfriend sent me an ashtray that he made. I was like, yo, that is so dope.
Oh, you got one from him?
No, we don't have it. It's just that he sends we send each other stuff. So he was showing me one of Steph's ashtrays.
Okay.
I was like, oh yeah, we gotta get that.
Yeah,
We definitely gotta get that.
Oh,
Oh,
what?
really?
What? No, I am. No, I am. I grew up. I had the Ninja Turtle truck and everything. No. You good, bro? You good? And he's in the new shout out to Seth Rogen. He's in that new GameStop movie. So they got a movie about how GameStop crushed Wall Street. Cause Wall Street is something like bets, right? And let me just put this out there real quick. Wall Street, they placed bets and stuff against certain businesses that are going to fail. They thought GameStop was going to fail, right? GameStop did not fail. The geeks, they caught on to that shit and they started investing into GameStop itself. Some of those guys end up making $5, $3, $4 million a day off of GameStop. Yes, stocks. Yes, sir. And Seth Rogen, he's in that movie. That's coming out. So yeah, the dude he's the guy, you know what I mean? So yeah, Seth Rogen's in my top 5 or my all-time smoker list. So.
Yeah, if I could smoke with Seth, Rihanna, Wiz, even Martha, like it's just like I would be content. Life can do whatever it wants to do.
Oh,
It's like y'all can go.
I lived.
Like my dreams have come true. Like those are my biggest inspirations because I want to get to that level and I will be on that level.
Yeah, for sure.
Where Rihanna, Seth, Wiz, Uncle Snoop is reaching out to me wanting to, a custom box or something just for them. So I'm getting there.
Okay. All right. What sets you apart from other clothing brands in the market as far as cannabis clothing brands and stuff like that? So what sets you apart?
I would say my logo. My logo.
That was another question is I wanted you to talk about some of the characters and logos that you have for your brand. So your logo is what you feel like sets you apart.
Yes. I feel like my logo, the hands with the blunt, it's a conversational piece because from behind, like when you look at
because a lot of people don't get that it's the hands with the blunt.
They don't get it. And they just thinking, oh, is that a brand hands? Like, no.
What is the thought behind that?
So the thought behind this is that...
Or the main idea.
The thought behind this is that none of this, like I said, would have been happening for me if I wasn't praying and meditating when I was coming up with Royal Tokes. Like I said, I was in my bedroom in a sense of meditation, smoking, just inner thoughts. And this came to me. So... because of that, I'm like, okay, the way I was holding the blunt in my hand, I was like, oh shit, I'm just like, let me digitize my hand in a way, holding the blunt, and just so that it looks like a person. And that's why I wanted the texture of it being a brown hand. Not saying it, trying to
you can
go
get it
that way.
I'm pretty sure you can get it in white hands too.
But who I am, I'm going for my people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Okay. All right. So, what about King Weedy? Talk about King Weedy a little bit. Let us talk about King Weedy a little bit.
Okay. So King Weedy came up when I wanted to get into animation with Royal Tokes. Like I said, when I first started, I was all over the place. I wanted to do like a little short films or like animation films or something. So that's how he came about. King Weedy being a person, like a regular human being who just so like in love with cannabis that he pretty much indulged himself so much, like eating it, like edibles, smoking it. Anything that you can do with weed, this man pretty much did.
Damn, that's King Weedy?
That's King Weedy to the point that he didn't turn into weed himself. So... like from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory when Violet was eating all those blueberries or whatever she was eating, and then she turned into a blueberry.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
that's King Weedy.
That's King Weedy, pretty much.
That's my guy. That's my guy. How y'all doing? No, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's how King Weedy came about.
Okay, all right.
Just a regular, he didn't get hit with no bad nothing. He loves weed so much that he didn't turn into a weed nugget.
Okay.
The weed head.
Right. Let me stop it real quick. Hey, y'all guys can have seal down there. Kind of get it going real quick. All right, go ahead. Oh yeah, that's great. That is amazing. That's super amazing because I was trying to figure out what was it. Right. And we both have a mutual friend, J-Ski. Shout out to J-Ski.
Hey Jay.
Yeah, he's gonna be happy when he see this. But J-Ski was like, oh yeah, King Weedy, this my favorite woo. And I was like, why you love King Weedy so much? So now the general idea and the thought behind that is ingenious.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so keep running with King Woody too.
I'm animated, so y'all can start seeing him out here in the
Strong,
house selling his little sacks and whatnot.
yeah. And that kind of breathed a little life into my animated character, because mine's just a cigarette with the holding
Yeah.
the blunt, right?
Yep.
And that's Mr. Loud. Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Shout out to Yazzie, because he kept calling me Mr. Loud, and I was like, dude, shut up. And he's like, no, that is your name, Mr. Loud. So yeah, shout out to Yazzie, one coworker. All right, so are there any other clothing brands that you work with or do kind of like, side jobs with, or you kind of collab with and stuff like that? Or is there any clothing brands that you would like to collab with, or clothing companies that you would like to collab with? DTLR, I know, because they're on the top of my list. DTLR, City Gear is on the top of my list, because they do a lot of hip hop wear and stuff like that. So is there any type of shops you would like to get your hats in, or work with?
Yes.
Nike?
Yes. I do want to get in some smoke shops.
Okay.
Definitely, because the smoke shops in Florida,
Mm-hmm.
they have everything in there. Like, when I tell you everything, they have like the hoodies, the book bags. I mean, everything. So that when
They decked out.
they decked out.
Oh, you crazy? You know what? It's crazy because Gas House don't have a. It's crazy they in the bit, but Gas House don't have one in Florida. So okay, all right.
Was that them? No, but I'm like trying to think.
Nah, but they be decked out like that though. Huh?
So me getting on that level, I definitely would love to partner with DTLR. Just so that, like you said, because it's an urban and it's for the culture. Like, I would love to get my stuff in that atmosphere. But definitely smoke shops, because that's what my people going into.
Okay.
They're going into the smoke shops.
Okay.
And they're getting their little accessories, and they're like, oh shoot, that's a nice hat right there. Let me get that hat real quick.
Let's show.
So yeah.
The smoke shops are starting to become a big thing. I didn't know that they was thriving like that, but they're thriving.
Yeah.
And shout out to all the smoke shops out there. Y'all be keeping the guy rolling. Okay.
Literally.
Okay, all right. Do you offer any customized or personal design options with your clothing brand? So yeah,
I do.
You do?
Offer customization. So that's where it goes into, like, I just had my tattoo artist, shout out to Callie, who wanted some custom shorts made with Royal Tokes. I don't do shorts. Like I said, I just do hats, a couple of hoodies here and there. So I made him some Royal Tokes shorts with Royal Tokes going across the lap.
Mm-hmm.
That's customized, because I don't produce that for everybody to just come out and purchase.
Right.
So I do customizations as far as like your hats. If you want more than one patch on your hat, if you want me to embroider your hat, as far as like putting, I had one friend, she wanted You Looking Stupid, because this is an inside joke, me and her. She was smoking, hotboxing one night in the car, and I looked over, I was like, girl, you over there looking stupid, like on something like that. And we just ran with it. So that's her thing now on side of Royal Tokes. So it's like Royal Tokes X, You Looking Stupid. So that's like her little brand off of Royal Tokes. That's my ambassador. Shout out to Christy.
Shout out to Christy. Hey, don't be out there looking stupid now.
Looking stupid now. But yes, I do customizations. I love making things feel personalized for you, the consumer, because I grew up shopping in private malls. So meaning that you have to have a business license to get into these places. So you're not going to have on what I got on.
Right.
And that's what I like to produce. So with my brand, you're going to get seasonal stuff.
Yeah.
You're going to get things that, oh, shoot, I hope she bring this back out. I'm not.
Okay. It's like one and done type deal.
Yeah, kind of. Now, if it's something that's a hot seller, like my blacks, my whites, my reds, my blues,
bring it back.
I got to keep bringing those back.
Okay.
But like when I get certain colors like turquoise and certain yellows and oranges and those colors, that's just a one-hitter quitter just to see how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
But I definitely love doing customizations for my potential clients and my, now customers.
We already answered this. Are there any social or celebrities that you would like? And you said Seth Rogen and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Can you tell us any future plans or up and coming collaborations?
Yes, so I do have a photo shoot that I do plan on coming out with September the 23rd. It's
Mhm.
going to be a Royal Tokes photo shoot. What I pretty much want is the people to come out. It's going to be a bonfire style. So I want to be outside smoking, you know, that whole like chilling, like it's like a party. Just
It's
come
like a
out.
party.
You just come out dressed, ready to be, you know, photos to be taken of,
Mhm.
and just come out and really have a good time. That's one thing that's coming up for this month of September. It's the photo shoot. I plan on bringing back out the Christmas boxes. I did those last year. They did okay, but this year they're gonna do really well because I got some nice stuff coming in those. So
Okay.
definitely be on the lookout for that.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. And what else do we got? What message or feelings of hope? Oh, what the fuck did I write down? Okay. What message or feelings do you hope to get out there to this cannabis family with your brand? What is the overall objective or goal that you're trying to put out there, a statement that you're trying to put out there with your cannabis brand?
That you could look fly as hell while smoking your weed.
You said that though.
I did.
You said because I want them to look as fly as I can.
I want you to look
Yeah.
fly.
Okay.
I want you to look good. Like, even if it's just on some running to the grocery store, you look fly.
You look fly.
You look fly. Like,
Yeah.
I like your hat. Like, you're gonna get complimented on your hat.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Fly and high are two good things for me. You know what I'm saying?
you gotta fly high.
All right. Royale.
Yay! He said it right, y'all.
I appreciate you coming through for real.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure, Loud Pack, having you.
Look, it was a yeah, right. And it's always it's like I said, this is the first time, but this won't be the last time, guys. So get familiar with her face. Please give your shout outs and your handles to all your loved ones and your people and yada yada.
Definitely want to shout out to, like I said, my ambassador, Christy. Shouting you out, girl. Keep doing your thing. Keep holding Royal Tokes down. And you guys follow me on social media on all platforms, Facebook and Instagram at Royal Tokes on Facebook and Royal Tokes 19. Thank you guys for having me.
Mm-hmm. Hey.